So the question is what's the structure, draw an electron dot structure for this molecule, C2H3N. And we're given a hint here that there is a carbon-nitrogen triple bond in this molecule. So this kind of problem where you're given a molecular formula and you're asked to draw the structure is really best done by trial and error. So we really don't know anything about how these atoms are connected given a molecular formula. It just tells us how many of each type of atom there are. So what we can do is just start with the carbon atoms, and there are two, so we'll just put two carbon atoms in this molecule. And we don't know where this nitrogen is. It could be here, and we could have connections like this, or it could be here. And we're already told that there's a carbon-nitrogen triple bond, so we may as well just put that in here and then just fill in the rest. So let me draw that triple bond a little better. So there's a carbon-nitrogen triple bond here. And we have another carbon. It's probably going to be the case that there's at least a bond, a single bond between those two carbon atoms. And now look at what we have here with this carbon in the middle. So there are already 4 bonds to carbon, and we know we can't have more than 4 bonds to carbon. That is an absolute rule in organic chemistry. Never more than 4 bonds to carbon. So we're already, this carbon in the middle is already satisfied. And so if we look at how many hydrogens we have left here, there are 3 hydrogens left, and this carbon on the left only has 1 bond so far. So this tells us that the 3 hydrogens are probably attached to this carbon. And now, looking at the nitrogen, we see that it has 3 bonds. Now remember, nitrogen is the 5th column over, is in the 5th column in the periodic table, and so it generally bonds like this. It has 5 valence electrons. So if we look at the valence electrons, there's 2, and then there's 1 in each of these bonds. So nitrogen generally, often, has 3 bonds and then 1 lone pair. And so here we have 3 bonds, and we'll put that lone pair there. And this is the line bond structure for acetonitrile. Very common solvent used in organic chemistry.